Hi everyone, and welcome to Tiny Tech Tips. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use a script feature in a Google Doc, which will allow you to insert today's date or the date in which you're working on a document. So in this case, I'm going to pull up a Google Doc for us to look at. All right, so let's say we've got our standard document, and what we really want to do is we want to add the date somewhere in the text. Doesn't matter where, right? Let's say that we wanted to add just to insert today's date on a document that we're working on. One of the ways to do this is to do an extension and then go to your AppScripts. Now it's going to open up a secondary window. And then you're going to see where this will be a type of project that you can save. So I'm going to say this as insert date. Now there are a ton of different AppScripts out there, and you can spend endless hours looking through the different ones. But I've already found one that I'll share the link to, which I found from another site, and I cite it down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this into my space here. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to save this. Now, what this is going to do is this is providing a function for me to be able to have in my Google document that I'm working on. Now, you'll see that it's actually going to create a menu called Utilities, and it'll add the item insert date. So if you're more familiar with code, that's kind of how this is working, right? And then, of course, this in green isn't going to count as anything for the piece. It's just saying inserts the date and the cursor location in boldface. So that's what all of this is going to do for us. Now, you can change the way that the date is listed. Right now, I've got it as month, day, and year. You can go ahead and change this if you want day, month, year. If you want the year first, you can change the order on this one. You can also change, this is your time zone. So you can change this however you want to, Eastern, Mountain Standard, however you want to do it. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and hit Save Project, and then I'm going to hit Run on the function. Now, it'll do this automatically. There'll be a pop-up, authorization required. So we're going to say review permissions. What it's doing is it's asking if you are okay with it continuing to do this insert date function that we're trying to work on. I'm going to go ahead and say allow. It'll pull up, sometimes it'll pull up with a warning saying Google hasn't run this one before. In this case, the code that I found, Google's already run. So you shouldn't see that warning up here as long as the code remains the same. All right, now what's going to end up happening is I'm going to come back to my document, and I can go ahead and exit out of this one. I'm going to go ahead and come back to my test document. I'm going to refresh my screen. And sometimes you need to refresh, sometimes you don't. In this case, I actually didn't need to because all of the other pieces actually pulled up. So you'll see accessibility and then utilities. Now, what's really cool about the utilities, that's where we put the insert date feature. So I'm going to go ahead and click on insert date. It's going to run the script, and then you're going to notice the date actually gets inserted. So like I said, you can add this anywhere in your document, so you don't have to feel as if you're stuck in a specific space for that. You can insert the date in any location, headers, footers, all locations. So hopefully you found this tiny tip helpful in being able to add or insert a date using the AppScript features in Google Docs.